All right, so pulling this trim off, there's no way for me to save this. Starting out to pull it off, but I don't know, just figuring, you know, to have just a much better and cleaner job, you know, it's just best and there's no way to save this old stuff, so just get it out of here and take all of this stuff off. So I'm gonna get all of this out. All right, so right now, guys, all I'm trying to do is find where the screws are at, because they got this glued in here pretty good. So like sometimes you don't find them glued all the way through, but apparently on this particular car they glued all in here. So it was probably no leak and no water getting in here, period. But they got channels, like it's channels here, so even if water got behind here, it still run down the channels, but it could cause different issues, you know, with rust somewhere else. So I'm just trying to get the areas where the screws are at right now, guys. All right, I'll come back after I get all of this off of here. All right, so replacing the weather stripping, guys, and this is gonna be on mostly any car, and you can get this weather stripping for most cars these days, guys. So I'm gonna just come in and show you how this is done. So like I said, sometimes they're not sealed up this good, and other times they are. So you just want to use whatever you can to get this out of here. All right, so if you see, I try to expose just where the screws are at, and then I come in here and take these screws up out of here one at a time. So, and I clean these rails up later. I get them all cleaned up later, guys. So I'm gonna remove all these screws here, and just like this on most cars. So in the 70s, so pretty much same concept, even though this trim piece is screwed in. Some of them, like on my 79 Limited, you just pry these off. On some of the 60s, these are just kind of clamped up under, no screws on them holding them on. So all cars are kind of excuse me, so all cars are kind of different, but pretty much the same concept. So I think I got a few other videos on how to take that drip rail off, drip rail crank trim. So maybe I'll try to go back, see if I can find anything on that and edit it into this video on how to do this. So all right, I'm gonna get all these screws out of here. All right, so first, without bending this back plate up, so I want to kind of get up under the back side of this. So this first one, this back one is gonna come off, guys. And then same deal here. Gotta make sure there's no screws. Now they really got this. I forgot a screw. No? Yeah, still a screw right there. Gotta make sure you got all of these screws out of here, guys. Otherwise, she is not gonna pry up for you. And I missed this one. So if I can get in here, get this one out. Gotta make sure you got all of them out, guys. Alright, so I'm gonna stick that one in there. Alright, so yeah, guys, you just gotta make sure that all of your screws are out. It feels like it's another one right in there, and it is, but I kept feeling, and I couldn't feel one. But it's right, yeah, it is. It's another one right there. So you got to make sure all the screws are out of here. All right, so you just keep walking down, guys. Yep. So yeah, I'm just steady walking down, guys. And then this trim piece is gonna come off of here. All right. All right, so this screw wasn't no screw in there. I don't like how much stuff I'm finding not being on this car. I really don't like that, guys. So I don't think this should have ever been took off before, but maybe it have. It don't look like it's never been painted, and that's just probably been, but maybe it have. I just kind of wonder, is it got something to do with yeah, whatever. But all right. So then there's a few screws up here. Let me find it. Screw there. Look at that. Yeah, this trim been off of here before because it wasn't even 2 screws in there. So the trim been off of here for whatever reason. That trim been off this car before. But in other words, guys, that's all you do. You just pull all of this stuff off, and then I'm gonna clean and polish all of them up, take the dings out of. All right, guys. So doing this, you have to watch this. Getting this off of here. I don't know if they sell a specific product for taking this glue and this sealer off, but I am gonna just use lacquer thinner, and I'm gonna get this wet. Now, if your interior is good, and so far I haven't got nothing on the interior, but to make sure, you will want to seal off and protect, not to get none of this you know, black tire coming off in your interior. But seeing that I'm changing the color on this car, I will be dying. I mean, like doing the interior and changing the color in the interior to like burgundy and black. So I'm not really concerned about nothing getting on there, and I'm not really worried about scratching this. I would be a little bit more careful if I was, but most of this is hid because it's up under your trim pieces. But you don't want to scratch paint when you're doing stuff, guys. So like I said, this is all going to be changed over to black. I'm painting the car black, so all in here be getting jammed black. So I'm not really worried about scratching anything or anything like that, guys. So just beware. If you just changing your weather stripping on a car and your interior is nice, you want to cover and protect your interior the best you can. But like this carpet, I'll probably be dyeing the carpet in here black. So I'm not really worried about getting stuff on here right now. But that lacquer thinner, and they might have a product that works better, but the lacquer thinner is taking this stuff off pretty good, guys. So all right. And like I said, you could use something less abrasive where you're not scratching any of this. You know, they got plastic putty knives that'll probably work just fine. But like I said, I'm gonna be repainting all of this, so I'm not really worried about it getting scratched up at all. So just be careful, guys. Watch what you're using. But This lacquer thinner is gonna take all of this glue off of here, guys.